Pedro Acosta, the lottery of fire. When the future starts doubting the future. He said it quietly, but the paddock heard it like thunder. 2027 will be a lottery. Pedro Acosta, the prodigy built from raw nerve and corner exit chaos, talking about fate instead of control. For the first time since he arrived, the kid who made courage look easy sounded tired. Not broken, just older than 21. He's not supposed to talk about time. He's supposed to bend it. Yet here he is, riding a KTM that gives him podiums but no power, stuck between being the next great thing and the next forgotten experiment. Ducati called to him like prophecy. The Red Empire, where Marc Márquez is rewriting physics, where Fermin Aldeguer has already signed his name into the future. But the gate is closed. And Pedro? He's waiting, watching, calculating whether to keep fighting with KTM's faith or gamble everything for a seat that may never exist. Question: when a racer starts speaking like a philosopher, is that wisdom or the first sign that the machine has beaten him? Comment below. The orange cage. KTM thought they were raising their monster. The boy from Mazarone, who climbed from Moto3 to MotoGP like gravity was optional, was supposed to be their proof that the RC16 could conquer red and blue alike. And to be fair, 2024 proved the blueprint worked. A rookie season with 5 podiums, no fear, and enough aggression to make even Binder look cautious. But 2025 was supposed to be the leap. Instead, it became the loop. Same bike, same flaws, same haunting phrase in every debrief. We need more front feeling. Acosta said it softly. His eyes said it violently. He still delivered. 9 podiums every weekend in the top group, but the wins never came. And when wins don't come, the excuses start. KTM's engineers preached patience. Pedro listened until he stopped believing. Every test ended with the same sentences. It's better, it's close, we're learning. But he wasn't here to learn. He was here to kill. Marc's Ducati didn't talk back, it simply obeyed. Quartararo's Yamaha Quarkat, on the other hand, had stopped listening years ago, and Fabio stayed, loyal, proud, slow. Acosta saw both futures, red domination and blue decay. One man chasing speed, another chasing loyalty. He didn't want either. He wanted both, Marc's machinery with Fabio's commitment, but the sport doesn't grant balance. KTM's project gave him belief, not victory, and belief doesn't pay in podiums. Question: if you were 21, built for chaos, and already stuck repeating the same sentences in a post-race interview, would you still call it development or captivity? The gravel speaks. Every season writes its truth in gravel. Thailand, round 1. Acosta dives into the first corner like he wants to rip the anxiety out of the year. He fights Binder wheel to wheel, finishes 4th. No mistakes, no celebrations. The message: I'm still here. Jerez, the heartbreak track. Márquez crashes, rejoins, still finds points. Acosta rides clean, fast, and invisible. 6th place, the number nobody remembers. By the time the European stretch begins, the gap between the RC16 and the GP25 is visible in every exit. KTM's rear device still takes a heartbeat longer to deploy. That heartbeat is eternity at 300 kilometers per hour. The kid stops blaming himself. I know I'm taking 100% out of the package, he says. Translation: this isn't on me anymore. When Mandalika comes, he's 3rd on lap 9, pushing behind Aldeguer's Gresini Ducati, when the rear kicks him skyward. Gravel again. The slow motion of disappointment. The paddock doesn't gasp anymore. They expect it. After the race, he sits quiet in the truck. Not angry. Worse, empty. If it's not in my hands, I can't get angry. The sentence hits harder than any crash. It's the opposite of what defines him. The boy who used to devour problems now describes them like weather. And that's what happens when you outgrow the machine. Mean nothing. They're trophies from survival, not domination. Behind the microphones, he smiles. Behind closed doors, he tells Valera, find a way out. At what point does professionalism become surrender? Comment your verdict. When winners start talking about time, the most dangerous sentence a 21-year-old can say is, I have time. It sounds mature, but in racing, it means one thing. The hunger is fighting the hopelessness. Pedro Acosta has started saying it. You can't achieve everything from night to day. It's logical. It's also tragic. Logic kills fire faster than injury. The kid who once attacked corners like they owed him money now measures patience. He tells the media, KTM know what they have to do. That's diplomacy, not dominance. When you start protecting the factory from your own frustration, you're halfway to silence. KTM love him. They should. He's the only thing keeping their factory relevant in podium charts. But love doesn't fix limitations. The RC16 is strong in braking, savage in mid-corner, but inconsistent in traction. It punishes throttle precision. On some weekends, it's a podium. On others, it's an argument with physics. Ducati, meanwhile, offers simplicity. Their bike works everywhere. And now they have a youth mirror, Firmin Aldeguer, already winning, already part of the red future. Daligna calls him our bet. VR46 whisper they'll do everything to sign Acosta for 2027. But Acosta knows the script. He's not their first pick. Not yet. That burns deeper than gravel rash. Because he knows he's good enough. He just doesn't have the proof, a race win, a title, something to force red eyes to look his way. And so, in quiet moments, he compares himself to Quartararo again. Fabio chose loyalty, stuck with Yamaha. One title, now years of decline. Acosta refuses that fate. When you are competitive, everything is open, he says. But he's competitive on machinery that closes doors. Is Acosta's calm wisdom or early fatigue? And what's worse for a racer? Losing races or losing faith in the bike? Comment your call. Ducati, destiny, and the war for relevance. Every era in MotoGP has a crossroad. 2027 will be one. 850cc engines. Pirelli tires. All contracts reset. Every factory back to zero. The gamblers will win, and the loyal will drown. For Acosta, this is both curse and miracle. KTM may finally level the field when aero shrinks and electronics reset, or they may vanish again into the excuse zone. Ducati, dominant now, might trip on over-engineering. So, yes, it will be a lottery, but lotteries still favor those who play with loaded dice. And right now, Ducati's infrastructure is the loaded dice of MotoGP. That's why Acosta wants it. Not the color, not the fame, the obedience. He needs a bike that turns instinct into results, not into data reports. Marc Márquez has that obedience. He rides, it responds. Quartararo had it once, lost it to corporate inertia. And Acosta? He's stuck halfway, talent overflowing, traction missing. Some riders age into patience, others burn until they find their reflection in a faster machine. Acosta is the second type. That's why he's obsessed. That's why he studies Marc, not Pecco. Marc bends physics. Pedro wants to bend destiny. Ducati already has Aldeguer, but history has a habit of rearranging its favorites. Contracts fail, reputations shift. Maybe by 2027, the stars will align the way they always do for riders who refuse to wait politely. The question is whether Acosta can keep that flame alive until then, or whether KTM will drown him in compromise. The boy isn't a philosopher. He's just learning the language of disappointment too early. And every time he says, "I have time," somewhere inside, he hopes someone proves him wrong. In this sport of speed and patience, who really wins? The loyal or the restless? Comment your truth. Subscribe for more savage breakdowns. The war for Ducati's next seat has already begun, and Acosta's coin is still spinning in the air.